Welcome back to IGN Live from Gamescom. We are playing LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 with Phil and Will. Gentlemen, welcome to the stage.
What's up, guys?
Thank you very much.
I always like when we have live demos on the show.
Yes.
Those are the most fun. LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, what are you going to show us today?
So we've got some brand new content. We've kind of touched on some bits and pieces. This time around, brand new level. We're level 7 of the game. We're in Asgard. We've got a big boss encounter against Surtur. And we're going to show you some brand new characters as well. And this is kind of tying into what we're doing with a story point of view. The story really kind of drops and changes with all these characters coming together. We're actually going to show you how we've got various versions of characters in the game together. So we've actually got 2 versions of Thor in this level. We've got Thor that's Jane Foster, and we've got classic Thor. So in the intro cutscene to this, Jane Foster turns around and goes, "Oh, Thor, is it really you?" And this is kind of part of the experience that you get with this game. We have all these characters from different time periods coming together.
I feel like we could interview you guys every other day, and each time you'd be like, "We have 7 new characters." There are so many characters in the game. It's awesome. I'm not complaining. That is a fantastic problem to have.
Yeah, we love it. The team are massive Marvel fans, and we get people coming, "Oh, I want to add this person," and we look and go, "Who's that?" And there's some really obscure ones. It's absolutely brilliant.
Got some pretty hardcore fans on social media.
Yeah. Let's jump right into the gameplay here. We are Captain America.
So yeah, Captain America. We've actually got Loki. So in the cutscene, it looks like Thor, Jane Foster's talking to Odin. It's actually revealed it's not. It's Loki, and he's now helping us out because Surtur's turned up and we need to do something.
It looks like things are going well.
Yeah, so
fine.
everything's
This
on
is fine.
fire. Everything's falling to pieces.
This is fun.
So we'll just use Loki. So he's got his chest, and you can use that to put out any fires in the level. And basically, with Surtur, he's got fire, so let's chuck some water at him. So we're using some of the characters and some of the abilities to kind of interact with the environment. Captain America's got his shield switches, so we're going to now like beam Surtur in the face with this big old water bomb.
Is this like a Captain America catapult?
Yeah,
It is now.
yeah, trademarked.
That rules.
So, and the idea here is like basically we're trying to kind of introduce the player to this different type of boss encounter. So from a gameplay point of view, we said that this is the 7th level. So there's a reason why we're here. There's a reason we're kind of doing these events, but we can't give too much away.
Sure.
We've got to play the story. So we just use Captain Marvel, using all their different abilities, and even characters that have kind of made a return from previous games have brand new abilities. So the team up moves have made a return, but there's some really cool ones in there. So, for example, if Loki and Captain Marvel team up, they're kind of shooting all these different orbs around. Captain America has an ability, he can actually surf on his shield, so you can use that to kind of take out multiple enemies. So at this point, we're trying to use the different abilities. We can use Jane Foster, and we need to throw these giant barrels over at Surtur to kind of put out the various flames.
It feels like the more the LEGO games evolve, the sort of denser and richer and more insane the stages become, but you still find a way to kind of give players a visual cue to move things along. How do you find that balance?
It's testament to kind of everyone in the team, especially the design team, even like audio cues and highlights. Anything that's in the world you have to interact with if it's made of Lego. That's really important to us. So whether it's a boss encounter or something that you can pick up and throw, and then it's about making sure that the player knows kind of instinctively which characters to use, what they can do. Where this is the 7th level, we kind of teach all the player the abilities as you go through the story, but the design team just do an amazing job of going, kind of drawing the player. There's something will flash and you'll see kids play it and they'll go, "Oh, I want to see what that is." They go over there, they figure it out, and they go, "Oh, that's what I needed."
So it looks like the boss is getting a little fed up and has brought the fight right to us.
Yeah, this is one of the really cool things that we've actually tried to do with LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. We've actually changed to a more dynamic boss system. So instead of in past LEGO games, where say for example you'd hit the boss a few times, you get a bit dizzy. Now actually what happens, you'll actually find that the boss will start attacking you, but if you want to go toe to toe with him, he'll start doing attacks to knock you back. If you stay at a distance and you're just doing ranged attacks all the time, he actually starts deflecting beams back at you, bullets back at you. So you've got to constantly change up the way that you're attacking the bosses. Otherwise, you end up getting killed quite a lot, basically. So we basically looked at the past games and kind of saw where we can improve. And that's the same with how you're saying about how we direct the player, how we make the levels easier to follow. Every game is a learning experience, so it makes every next game even better.
Now, everything from the catapult to the boss himself to a lot of the stuff in the environment looks like it's tangibly, physically made of Lego. Is there a sort of design philosophy behind that to make things look and feel like they would actually be constructible in real life?
Oh yeah, very much so. The fact that this is a Lego game means that everything has to be kind of true to Lego. So the way that the characters are created, for example, they all match Lego's guidelines, if you will. We work really closely with them because the second we start doing stuff that you couldn't do within Lego, it's no longer a Lego game. So we want people to sit there and go, that's really cool. Like some of the builds, you would need a fortune and an awful lot of Lego bricks.
Yeah.
There's in the very first level, the Eson fight, there's 56,000 Lego bricks to build that. Like I don't know many people who've got 56,000 Lego bricks. We may in the office because we have an entire department that just make Lego models. So
Yeah, I think even if you introduced like a new piece, like a lot of the hardcore Lego collectors and fans would be like, "What's that? I need that to build this like this Batmobile I'm working on."
Yeah, we want to make sure that we're always kind of really current as well. So Lego have elements that they bring in special colors and things like that. And then when they do that, it's like, oh great, there's a new color, there's a new brick. Let's do that. Let's include it.
He doesn't like that.
Nope.
If there's literally something that hasn't been necessarily made before in Lego, not necessarily individual pieces, but our model team and our character team are absolutely amazing, and they will actually create it, like actually physically, and bring it up to the design team or whoever they're working with, and actually go, this is what we have in mind.
That's
so you
so
actually
cool.
get to hold it in your hands and stuff, and you actually get to see how it would actually feel and play.
That's really
it's
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, I think that you don't really get that advantage with a lot of other video games because if somebody like, say on a different game designs a character or something, it just kind of exists on the computer. But with you guys, it's like, well, this has a physical rule set. Like there's properties here. There's a way that you expect these characters to look and feel.
Yeah, and it was really cool for us as well, especially when we're doing variants of characters. So at Gamescom, we're revealing some brand new characters as well. So here's our grid.
This is just, I never get over this. I can't even imagine how long it's going to take me to unlock all these characters, which I definitely will.
Quite a while, but it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's really, like I say, it's really important to us because we know that there are people who are massive fans, not just of saying, okay, I'm a fan of Spider-Man, but I'm a fan of Spider-Man 2099. That's what I read. So they want to know about those characters. They want to know that that character's there. So the team do an incredible job of really kind of doing justice and making them feel like they do. And some of the new characters that we've got, so we've got Greenskin Smash Troll, who's part of the medieval England. We also have a Maestro. So Maestro is actually Hulk from the future. So brand new reveal. He's a new version of Hulk that turns up. There's actually a level where there's loads of Hulks kind of all duking it out, which is really quite cool. So we get to kind of include these characters and be able to, like you say, every time we turn up, we hopefully get to show you something new and something that a bit unexpected.
Did I see Carnage?
We have Carnum. Carnage is in the game.
Right.
That is a reveal, but we have the Carnum, which is the character space especially for this game.
Yep.
He has such a cool... The level that he features in his kind of boss fight level is absolutely amazing. I'm biased slightly because I designed it, but the whole idea behind it is I wanted to create a very kind of scary experience, and it's all very much inspired by like John Carpenter's The Thing. It's super awesome. It's such a good level that he features in.
Well, speaking of, I think it's time for Lego John Carpenter's The Thing. I'd play that game.
I would be all over that game.
That'd be terrifying.
Great new character. This is a character called Vormund. He's a German Captain America, Hauptmann Deutschland he was called, and this is a special reveal, especially for Gamescom, just because we're here and we really wanted to say thank you to all the German people, and it's a really cool character. He's got a really rich backstory as well, so we're really happy to have him in the game.
love his costume. It's really cool.
So another kind of cool one we've got. So we've got people like Throg, but we also have Hydra's version of Iron Man as well. So Tactical Force
from just like the new. Where it was just revealed recently in the comics that he's been working as a Hydra double agent.
Oh, the captain, the kind of all of those bits and pieces. So this is actually a slightly different variation. So when they knew that Iron Man was kind of like a problem, so they Hydra created their own kind of versions of these characters. And so, like I say, being able to include stuff that's really, really current, as well as stuff like that's really kind of old school as well. So it's brilliant. So, and here we have the Old West version of Iron Man. It's a little bit kind of more steampunky. So.
Oh, is he wearing suspenders?
I
see.
It's sort of like a blacksmith outfit. You know, I mean, like in the story that it's kind of based on, he's sort of like a workshop blacksmith kind of guy, and he makes this steampunk suit of armor. It's kind of like based in the Wild West. It's really cool.
I like the idea of this boss being like, "What is happening?" This guy he just turned into a flying frog and like a steampunk bartender.
It's really great as well because as we kind of show, we talked a little bit about Chronopolis, but for Gamescom we've revealed a new Chronopolis trailer which shows you some more of the locations, and they're not just places to look at. There are things there are characters there are quests, there are objectives. So even when you're outside of the story mode and you're exploring Chronopolis, there's a huge amount of content in there as well. So it ranges from the really kind of cool and really kind of hardcore comic to the really quirky, some very, very strange quests that the designers have done, but they're really, really fun. So
now tell us about this weird Wild West Captain America guy going on right now?
It was basically all based off a Jack Kirby drawing that he did. And again, it's a testament to like one, our character eyes, two, the way that Marvel have set everything up and the rich back history that Marvel have. It gives us this huge license to because the whole story isn't just about the breadth of characters; it's the depth through Marvel. So it's going forward in time, going backward in time. You literally have characters meeting like Spider-Man 2089, meeting Spider-Man Noir. It's a really cool kind of thing. And we literally saw this one drawing and kind of went, well, we want to get this Captain America Wild West version, because what's cooler than Captain America wearing a cowboy hat, I guess.
So how's this boss fight going?
Well, I was running around and showing you guys characters, and then I figured I better finish up now, because he's probably kind of listening.
This is actually the toughest boss in LEGO video game history. It takes about 45 minutes. It's like a raid.
Yeah.
It's one of the cool things though. It's not just the boss characters that have been redone. Like the general enemies, you do have enemy types now, so there's a little bit more thought in the combat. So it's not just a case of if you hit square enough times, you're going to win.
Yeah.
Like there are occasions when you sit there and you realise that you can actually use abilities that I genuinely thought, hang on, I didn't know I could do that. And then as you're playing it, you go, oh cool, that's how you can take down the guy with a shield. So yeah, we wanted that kind of level of depth for it. So
there we go.
Nicely done.
Nice.
I designed this level, so you think I would actually be better at playing it. Should have got some QA, guys. But we wanted to show you guys a couple of the new characters and obviously show you this level, because it's never been shown before. It's the first time at Gamescom. Hopefully the guys who are seeing it for the first time actually really like it.
So we see this running on a PS4 right now. It's like, it's really funny to me how, I don't want to say unnecessarily, because everything should look good, but this game is gorgeous. Like,
Yeah,
it actually looks plastic, which is probably the best compliment I can give it.
We have a really hard-working engine team, art team, model team, character team. They're the guys that really don't get enough credit. I mean, I'm lucky that I get to be here talking about it, but like literally everyone that is still back in the office working really hard on this game, a massive thank you to them, because they're the ones who make absolutely everything. They're the guys still working in the mines.
Right.
Sort of thing while we're
we get
sipping
to
the champagne.
swing over to sunny Cologne while they're stuck in the office still. And it's one of the first titles, the first titles that we're kind of pushing to be next gen only. So this is Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC. And as a result, the team get to do some amazing things with the engine and really kind of push it. So we want boss encounters with more stuff going on, more things to interact with, more characters on screen. And that's like a brilliant experience for us, because we always trying to like outdo the games, do more kind of every time. And that kind of jump from a generational console point of view means that we get to do things we just couldn't do previously.
The hub itself is 2 times bigger than the last game that we ever did, and when we did that hub, we thought there's no way this hub could be even bigger, and then we get into this next one, and then the hub's twice the size of the last game, and it's filled with more things, more collectibles, more stories. The hub itself has little stories that sort of like weave through it, so even during the main game, when you're playing the main story, there are these little kind of hub stories that you go and you help out and you go on, which end in bonus missions and stuff. We've got these really cool bonus missions that we're so dying to show off, which may pop up at some point in the future.
You probably finished the last game too, and you're like, well, that's all the Marvel characters, and it's like, well, what about Throg?
Yeah, I literally get about 10 notifications every day of people going, what about these characters?
Yeah.
What about these characters? And we love you all, by the way. Keep them coming.
I have to say thank you for bringing it to the Switch.
Yeah, seriously.
Right? That's so nice.
Yeah. First
Everyone
LEGO
else,
game for Switch.
all these other developers need to get on board.
Yeah, and one of the cool things is we're doing the whole Joy-Con thing. So you've got one Switch, you've got your 2 Joy-Cons, you pull it out, you give it to your friends, you play
That
co-op.
rules.
It's very cool.
So.
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, is there a release date?
Yeah, so November 14th for the US, November 17th for Europe.
Cool. Phil and Will, thank you so much for coming by the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Stay tuned. We still have more games to show you from Gamescom here on IGN Live after this.